Already the Border Patrol dealing with a record number of daily apprehensions. The Biden administration now warning the crisis could be getting worse, admitting that tough times are straight ahead.
We are clear-eyed about the challenges we are likely to face in the days and weeks ahead, which have the potential to be very difficult.
With us now, Texas Governor Greg Abbott and border czar Mike Banks. Gentlemen, good morning to you. And Mr. Banks, thank you for your time. I know you've been out and about. What have you seen out there, and what do you think the American people need to understand from your experience, sir?
So there are two things that people need to understand. One is, I think that was Brandon Judd that you were give you some comments earlier. And so Brandon Judd was spot on in this regard, and that is we need the policies that were put in place by the Trump administration. Remember this. 3 years ago, we had the lowest number of border crossings in decades because the Trump administration put in place the Remain in Mexico, Title 42, in catch and release. They built a wall, and they sent a message that illegal immigration is not going to be tolerated in the United States. If Biden had not eliminated all of those policies, we would not be having the catastrophe that we have today.
Well, you're probably right about that. If I could, Governor, the question was directed to Mr. Banks, and I just want our audience to know.
Got it.
I believe this is the first time you've done a television interview. So we welcome you here to America's Newsroom. And when we, what we understand about your job and your duties, that you're up and down the border every day, 7 days a week and 52 days, 52 weeks a year. What does America need to understand about what you have seen and what Texas is going through, sir?
Well, thank you. And so what Texas needs to see, or what the America needs to see and understand, is this crisis has been created by the administration, right? 24 years of Border Patrol prior to coming to work for the governor. And the fact is that until they stop catch and release, until there's a consequence for actions for someone entering this country illegally, they're going to continue to come. The Border Patrol needs to be allowed to do their job and take enforcement and return people back to the countries. And what it's doing to Texas, the second part of your question is, it's absolutely devastating Texas and the communities in Texas. We cannot continue to sit back and allow the federal government to allow thousands upon thousands of people into Texas, and for the rest of the United States, for that matter. Most of those migrants are going to continue on forward into the United States. This is a federal government problem, and Texas is standing up to try to do what the Biden administration is refusing to do.
Governor Abbott, yesterday, President Biden said that the border is going to be chaotic for a while when Title 42 ends. How do you think he defines for a while?
For the rest of his tenure as president of the United States is the reality. But Dana, think about the contrast of what the president just said and what you've seen Secretary Mayorkas say when he's repeatedly said that the border is not open, the border is closed. And it's nothing but a lie. The fact of the matter is the border has been open under the Biden administration, is entice people to come here illegally. And that process will continue unless and until, as Mike Banks said, the federal government will start to enforce Title 8 of the United States laws that allows the United States to return back to the country of origin those who are coming across the border illegally.
And Mr. Banks, one of the things that we were curious about is, I think a partial solution has been this barbed wire that has been placed in certain places. That we've seen some video of that. Is that helping?
It's absolutely helping. If you look at the area in Brownsville, Texas, where the governor activated the Texas Tactical Border Force, and we went down there and we started repelling people from coming into the country illegally, you've seen a dramatic decrease in that area, a dramatic decrease. And so the fact is, where there is deterrence, right, you fix the problem. And until the federal government starts doing their job and providing consequences and deterrence, the state of Texas is going to continue addressing the illegal flow everywhere it pops up.
Okay. Title 8 apparently, Governor, is going to go into effect. And Title 8 is loosely defined that if you cross the border and you did not seek asylum in Mexico first, you can be kicked out. Is that happening? Do you expect that to happen?
Well, the Biden administration says that it's going to start happening, but the Biden administration has said a whole lot of things during his entire tenure as president that's never happened. And so I have zero trust that the president or the people working under him will actually enforce the laws that already exist in the United States and expel migrants and secure the border.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time as we kick down to the end of Title 42. Your work has already been busy, and it's about to get even more so.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you,
gentlemen. And to Mr. Banks, your first appearance, well
Yes.
done. Thank you for joining us right
Honor to
here.
have him.
I mean, some of these images are just stunning. I mean, sometimes you just got to stop and look at this. This is from our border crew in Brownsville, Texas, with these drone shots. And Dana, that goes for as far as we can see, and that drone's probably 1,000 feet in the air.
Yep. So there's a lot to cover here, and the Biden administration, they don't want to talk about this. They'd like to talk about anything else, but they will not have a choice. Even other media is having to report on this now.
So you see that concertina wire is what they put in place yesterday. And it's our understanding that this will go for miles. And what they'll try and do is find areas where the migrants are trying to find a route to cross, and they'll go to that spot, set up the razor wire, and then assign troops to guard that spot.
They're doing what they can.
Yeah, they're doing what they can. Maybe it's a case of whack-a-mole, but, Texas is on its own in a lot of ways right now. So to our crew down there, thank you for sharing that with our viewers, and we'll get you back there momentarily.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.